Hello students, today's video is for CS students, and in this video we are going to learn what is stack and how can we create a stack using list. Before taking you to the practical part, I would like to introduce stack theoretically to you. We'll also introduce the algorithm which is used by most of the programming languages to implement stack, but because we are going to use Python, and Python is a very flexible language, so it will bypass most of the steps which I am going to tell you in the algorithm, and the shortest way it is going to provide you to create stack. So let's understand what the stack is. So stack can be defined as a last in first out data structure. That means the element which is entered at the last will be the first element to exit. So we can take some examples to understand what the stack is. Here you can see I have listed few examples like pile of books. Suppose I have collected some books, so I will keep on adding those books on the top of each book. So this is called stacking your books. The basic principle of a stack is LIFO structure. LIFO means last in first out. That means the last element which is entered in the stack will be the first element to be taken out. अगर हम एक एग्जाम्पल लेते हैं, जैसे मैंने बुक्स कलेक्ट करी हैं, एक के ऊपर एक मैं बुक्स रखती जा रही हूँ, तो जो फर्स्ट बुक मैंने ली होगी that will be the bottom most book, and the last book which I have collected will be the topmost book. So when I start taking out the books, the last book will be the first book which is to be taken out. So always the reverse process happens when we take elements from the stack. It will take elements in the reverse order. So suppose I have taken a stack of numbers. So if the first number which I have entered in the stack was 30 and the last number which I have entered is 50, so at the time of taking those elements out of the stack, the 50 will be the first element which is to be taken out. That means reverse process is to be followed by stack. Now I have listed two examples here, that pile of books. I have given you that example. If you keep on adding book on the top of other book, it will create a stack. And similarly, a pile of cards, you have taken many cards, one card at the top of other card. So by taking all these examples, we can figure out that stack is a LIFO structure. That means last in first out. This is the basic principle of the stack. Second principle says that in a stack there can be only one open end. One open end means there is only one point where you can add the element or you can remove the element. If we take example of this stack, this is a stack of boxes. The topmost box is the last which I have put in the stack. Now this will become the first box which I can take out of the stack. Now if I want to add one more box inside this stack, then see what happens. Top index will be incremented by 1 and that new box will be inserted at that location. That means always top index is maintained by the stack, and that top index will tell me where to put the element and from where you can take the element out. You can see in this example, only this is the point where I can put a new element and this is the point where I can take the element out. You cannot take the bottom element or you cannot take any element in between the stack. This is the principle of the stack. The last element will be the element you can take out. So there will be only one entry and one exit end in the stack. Now let's move forward. What are the operations that can be performed with the stack? Basically two operations are there, one is push and another one is pop. And third is traversal. It is not considered as the stack operation, it is just to display the elements of the stack. The basic operations are push operation and pop operation. Now the meaning of push operation: push means you want to insert a new element in the stack, and that new element will be inserted at the top of the stack. Similarly, second operation is pop operation. This pop operation means you want to remove the topmost element from the stack. Insertion, deletion, these are the two operations of stack, but the terminologies, in the terminology of stack you have to use the word push and pop. Push means you want to insert a new element, and pop means you want to remove an element from the stack. And traversal is reading all the elements of the stack or perform some task on each element of the stack. Basically we use this traversal for displaying elements or for making some sort of changes in the elements. Now if you want to make it understand how the stack works, there is an example. Suppose this is the order in which I have inserted or I have pushed elements in the stack. I have pushed 122, then I pushed 4, then I pushed 5, then I pushed 3 in the stack of numbers. But at the time of traversal or at the time of popping the elements, the 3 will be the first element which is popped, then 5, then 4, and then 122. That means reverse of the entry order. This is the principle of stack. Here you can figure out the algorithm and flowchart I have mentioned here, which is generally followed by each programming language to implement stack. The basic idea is to maintain the top pointer, because there is only one index, that is top index, from where you can remove an element and from where you can put a new element. So here initialize your top to -1. Suppose you want to create a new stack. At the new stack there will be no element in the stack. That means there will be no top inside the stack. And you know that always a sequence starts from 0, so we are just taking -1 to depict that there is no element in the stack. So we are initializing this top index to -1. And because we want to push a new element, so we have to take that new element as an input from the user, and we'll increment our top pointer by 1, because now we want to insert a new element. So my top must move forward and that new element must be stored at that location. So here I have incremented top by 1, and inside that index I have stored that new element. This is the basic algorithm which is followed by any programming language, and this is a flowchart which is based on this algorithm only. You can compare these two to understand how the push operation works in the stack. Second operation was pop operation, and pop means you want to remove an element. That means you will display the element to be removed and you will decrement your top pointer by 1. At the time of pushing you have to increment the pointer. At the time you want to pop out, you have to decrement, because one element is removed from the stack. That means top is decremented by 1. So you can check out the algorithm I have listed here. That one more thing you have to check at the time of pop. Suppose your stack is empty, then there must be a message that it is an empty stack. You cannot pop any element from a empty stack. So this is the check which you have to code out at the time of pop. If there is no element in the stack, then you must display a message that your stack is empty. Otherwise you have to simply delete that item, topmost item from the stack, and decrement your top pointer by 1. This is the corresponding flowchart for this algorithm. Now list implementation of stack in Python. which we are going to use uh, as it is listed in your syllabus that stack and queue operations are to be implemented using list. So it will become very easy to implement using list, because list is a sequence which has so many functions, which makes it easy to add an element and remove an element. So let me tell you how can we implement a stack using list. Now I have listed all the three operations, push, pop and traversal, and I have mentioned which function we are going to use inside the particular operation. Suppose we want to push an element. So at the time of pushing an element, you need to use a function append, because append will always add an element, a new element at the end of the list. So this will do the purpose for me. So I will use append function for push operation. And here you can see I have created a function for push operation in which I have taken an input from the user and I have appended that input in my given list. That list will be my stack. Now let's check the pop operation. Pop means you want to remove an element from the list. That means pop function can be used for that. And pop without any argument means it will always remove the last element from the list. So this is what we want in the stack. The last element should be popped out. So here is the code for that. You can see here I have created empty stack check here, that if the list is empty then you must print that stack is empty, otherwise pop the last most element from that list and print that element, that I have popped this element from the list. Now last one is traversal. Traversal means I have to start from top and I have to move till 0th location and I have to display all the elements. So because I have to start from the top and my top will be taken as the length of my list -1. Suppose there are 4 elements in the list, then top location will be 3, right? So length of your list -1 will give me the topmost location, and I have to move till 0th location, so I have to take one less than that, that is -1, and I have to decrement my pointer one by one, so I have to take step size -1 here, and here I am printing the th, this a is the iterator and th element of my list in the stack. So let's create a stack here, and I am taking the name stack only for creating a stack. It is an empty stack. Initially I don't have any element in the stack. I have to create push operation and pop operation so that user can insert an element, user can pop an element. So, and I want to give choice to the user what he wants to do, so I'll create menu here first. So I am creating a menu. First choice which I want to give to the user is push an element, and second choice is pop an element, then third choice is traverse through all the elements, and last I am taking exit, break condition. Now let's take input from the user, an integer input, to enter the choice what he wants to do. So let's display the message choice here to make it clear to the user that he has to enter his choice. Now here I am creating an infinite loop because I want to repeat this again and again, and not here. Actually I have to create that loop from here because I want to display my menu all the time. It is up to you how you want to implement your code. So here I have taken the choice in C. Now I'll create if C is 1. C1 means I want to perform a push operation in the stack. So for push operation you have to take a new element first. Let's take a new element. It depends what type of stack you are creating. If you are creating integer stack, then take int. You want to create float type of stack, take float, otherwise a string type of, then it depends on the given question. So here I am taking integer type of stack, and I am taking an input enter the element or whatever message you want to display, and this n element I want to store in the stack, and the name of my stack is stack. So I will use append function. I want to append n. That's all. This is your push operation. Now next one is if C is equal to 2 means I want to perform for 2, that is pop operation. For pop operation I have to check whether the stack is empty or not. So let's check that. If my stack is empty, this is how you can check your list is empty or not. If it is empty, then simply print empty stack. Else I have to display the lastmost element which I am going to pop. So let's take that element. Stack is the list dot pop function I am going to use to remove the lastmost element, and that element is stored in n. Now I can display this element here like popped element. Popped element is in n. So that's all about pop function. Third one is if choice is 3, that means I want to traverse. If choice is 3, traversal is to be performed. So for traversal I will create a for loop for I in range. I have to start from the lastmost element because it is a stack. It will start always from the last element. So last element can be fetched by length minus 1. So I will take length of my stack minus 1. This will give me the index of last element, and I have to move up to 0th location and always decrement by 1. This is how you will traverse your stack. You have to remember this thing. Here I am going to print all the elements of my stack. So I will simply write name of the stack and the index is in I, because I have taken I for indexing. So I have written I here, and last one was to exit. So I will simply write break. That's all. So this is the implementation of stack. I have implemented push operation, pop operation and traversal. So let's run this program. So this is the menu with all the 4 options. I am taking first option, that means I want to push an element in the stack. So element I want to push, that is 3. Again I want to push one more element, suppose 34, one more element 55. So you remember the order 23, 34, 55. This is the order in which I have pushed the elements in the stack. Now let's traverse it. For traversal I have to take the choice 3. See, 55, 34, 23, the reverse of the order in which I have entered in the stack. So this is the reverse order. Now suppose I choose option 2, that is pop an element. The popped element is 55, that means the last most element this was the last element which I inserted, so this will become the first element to be popped out. Now again I want to traverse whether the element is deleted or not. So you can see 55 has been deleted from the stack. So this is how you will implement stack using list. I hope I made myself very much clear to you, and it is the simplest way by which you can create you can implement a stack. In the next coming session we will learn queue implementation using stack using list only, queue implementation using list. So practice this. And one more thing which we will going to learn, I will make separate video for that, the applications of stack. What are the various applications to be performed using stack? I will create separate video for that. So you have to practice push operation, pop operation and traversal for stack using list only. Thank you.